Hi, Genki Call here with Raid Boss for the weekend of May 12th, 2023. This is going to be a super easy, straightforward event. You don't need any legendaries or mythics for this particular event. Before we go over the teams, let's go over what we've got in the shop. We have at tier 3 a new weapon. Oh, I love the splody weapons. You know me and my splody weapons. So this one explodes green gems, and we have the summons and the usual status effect. This one for Force of Thorn's allies, and it uses blue and brown. As far as upgrades on this weapon go, they're pitiful. It does entangle the first enemy, but that's pretty much it. There's no storm, there's no enchant, there's nothing really special about this except that, it's different colors than a lot of the other splody weapons. So it does have that going for it, and it's a new weapon, so if you need weapons for Forest of Thorns, this is a great way to get them. That you don't have to craft it this way, you can just get it with your gems. And let's see, also in the before we go over the team, in the drop table there are a few mythics, and they are King Bloodwood, two mythics. King Bloodwood and Yasmin's Chosen are in the drop table. So good luck to you. I hope you pull a mythic. That would be awesome. All right, so let's go over the team. We have two basic builds. We have Rowanne teams and then one for the higher levels. So the Rowanne teams for the early levels, you don't have to have Faemark with you. I forgot to mention. My goodness. So sorry. Faemark is our God Slayer here. He's the one that's going to get that 3 to 5 times damage on Zuul. This is for any troop that has a red border, including the ones in the dungeon. The 3 to 5 times damage, that means it's based on ascensions. That means at base rarity, he's going to get 3 times the damage. At legendary, he'll get 4 times. And at mythic, like I have, you'll get 5 times the damage. And you don't have to trait him because Zuul is at the back of the team. Unless you use rope dart or something to bring him to the front of the queue, there's no reason to put him up at the front and try to skull him down. So anyway, let's go over the teams. Now, Rowanne is all you need. Really. Rowanne's all you need with a weapon that's going to buff the armor. Shield of Urskaya is going to be the best. Of course, Rowanne plus Shield of Urskaya equals win, but I'm aware that not everybody has Shield of Urskaya. It is late game. It's one of the last kingdoms that you unlock. Urskaya is, and you have to have 250 wins with the Sentinel class, I believe it is. Yes, in order to get the Shield of Urskaya. So, for those of you that don't have Shield of Urskaya yet, you can use the golden cog. I'm sorry, I have to cough. This is a free weapon that you get just for getting your yellow and red mana mastery up. So hopefully you will have this to buff Rowanne's armor. You cast this on Rowanne, she gets a nice buff, and she just decimates everything. Because Rowanne is a beast. She should be, she's mythic level, but she is just an epic. So, Rowanne rocks! Now, you can use on these early levels, you can use 2 Rowannes. I chose to put Sylvanimora in there because I like to use all the colors if I can. Sylvanimora is going to explode a column, deal damage to all enemies. Now, my stats are crazy high. I know that these numbers are hard to conceive if you're really low level. If you don't have Shield of Urskaya yet, these numbers are probably just mind-blowing. You're gonna get there, don't worry. All you have to do is get your power levels up and whatnot. So, I need some brown so I can get rid of Mr. Zuul, or skulls work. So, next team. So, you can use true Rowannes. When you get to the point that you're not able to take out Zuul anymore, you cast this on Rowanne. Remember, Shield of Urskaya is going to be much more powerful. But once you get to the point that you can't do that anymore, it's just not working, then you need to add Faemark in. And so we can do like this. And Faemark is 100% mana blocked here, and that's okay, because you only need to cast him once on these lower levels. So we'll go ahead and go in here what you need to do is you'll cast Faemark on Zul'Goth, then you'll cast with Rowanne. At this point, I probably don't even need to, but I want to show you. Right now I'm getting plus 242 damage on the scatter damage. I'm just going to cast this on Rowanne, and now it's plus 484 scatter damage. So it's crazy good. And I forgot to mention my mana gen that I chose for these teams, and you don't have to use this for your mana gen. You can use whatever you want, but Green Seer is actually a really, really good troop. You get to transform any color you want to green, and so you can make your own fortune. Look at this. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to select, I accidentally hit purple instead of blue, but it worked. So basically, you just use this on Zul'Goth. I'm just going to show you. He's got that 3 to 5 times damage. Then you do this. Done. Done. All right, next team. I'm hitting wrong buttons, my bad. So, like I said, much better with Shield of Urskaya. Let me show you what Shield of Urskaya is going to do. So, we're going to manage paste. And I am doing a minus red banner. I sure am. Because I'm only counting at this point on casting Faemark once. Just once to take out Zul'Goth, and then I use Rowanne to take out the rest of the team. So with the enchant, I'm not worried about Faemark. So I'm actually not going to cast, well, you know what? I'm just going to do the, oh, we got a summons. Hey. Now, all of these teams are using Archer because I love the Storm. It just gets you such fast mana. So we're going to do this. It gets you such fast mana that I love that. But with the summons, you might want to switch to Elementalist for the stun. If they are stunned, they don't have their traits that allow them to summon in like this. So definitely, when you start getting aggravated by these summons, definitely switch to Elementalist. That is my recommendation. But let me show you this. So instead of this jumping up by 242, whatever it was, I'm going to cast Shield of Urskaya, plus 408. It's so good. And the higher level you go, the more armor it's going to add because it is based on the enemy stats, and so it scales with the enemy. I love that. Now, for the final team that I've got for you here, for the high levels, Rowanne is not going to cut it on the high levels. When Faemark no longer one-shots Zul'Goth, if you're having to cast Shield of Urskaya on Rowanne first, Zul'Goth could start taking out your team. So at that point, I recommend switching to the Forest Troll up front. He's going to double the number of green gems on the board, create 3 green gems. He's going to entangle when he does skull damage, and he has skull damage reduction. So that is our mana gen for this team. Hello, I'm clicking. There we go. And then we've got double Faemark and Trickster Shot, because I love Trickster Shot. You could use a different weapon, but if you're using Mang or my brains, sorry, I had to. I love zombies. Yeah, right. They'd be mana blocked. So, pick and choose the way you want to do it, but my preference is Trickster Shot. I have it at the back of the team because it self-enchants. Oh, I love this weapon so much. And the higher level they are, the more armor you eliminate, the higher the chance of it. Well, it's just going to kill everything. Love Trickster Shot. It's from Bright Forest. So absolutely craft this when next time we're in Bright Forest if you don't have it yet, because it's a fantastic weapon. But here's what you do. On those higher levels, when Faemark just isn't cutting it anymore, you cast with oh, I shouldn't have taken that. We'll just go ahead and do this. So you cast with this first and take out Zul'Goth. Right. Right, you strip the armor first, then you hit with Faemark. So at this point, really, you can just, it's slower. It's much slower, but once you start getting mana for your Trickster shot here, with those high levels and all of that you're stealing, it is just amazing. Let's do this. All right. Take off the armor. We're up to... Why is this... Oh, because I'm not stealing much armor. I'm stealing very little armor. Higher up, this boost is so high. It just does a crazy amount of damage, but I totally forgot that we're really low level right now. Well, we're low level because I haven't gotten that far yet. I wanted to make the video and get it out to you. So anyway, those are the teams that I have for you. I hope you enjoy the event. It's a nice, easy one. We love that. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you may be, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye!